Hey guys, it's continue back with another video's time, and we're here with the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view review here for like I said again. You kind of expected this anyway, but again, like I said, over. So yeah, I'm just going to go through all the matches, why I think about them, and why I think of a pay-per-view as a whole. But as far as AEW Full Gear for this year, it was pretty good. Good, like I said, it was just pretty good. It was really good. Again, I had no issues with this pay per view at all, except maybe a few things here and there which I didn't completely understand. Some things I was okay with, some things that I really, and some unexpected things for this stuff. Like I said, most of this pay per view, Larry is just kind of like everything was just unpredictable. Some things that I expected to happen did happen, and like I said, just some unexpected things. Like I said, but now going through just gonna go through the pre-show real quick. I'm just gonna go through it right now, just get it over with, and then so for the first match that actually had on the show was I think it was I was pretty sure it was the 10-man tag match with Chaos for the team of Chaos, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Rocky Romero, and Danhausen, which he basically just came in at the last minute. He didn't actually went in with all of them, but he went in later. And Danhausen actually got the win because he actually brought out his evil side, so like I said. And that match was pretty good. The AEW Championship Eliminator Tournament Finals, semifinals, where Brian Cage and Ricky Starks did pick up the win, which I did expect to happen, so I gotta guess Ethan Page, Ricky Starks this Wednesday. And finally, Eddie Kingston and defeated Jun Akiyama, which when I just looked at, I didn't completely watch the match, which I regret not doing that, but again, it was, from the parts I saw when I was cooking my Cheetos and mac and cheese, my flaming hot flavor stuff, mac and cheese, I did see a lot of parts. Again, I was busy just cooking some mac and cheese. That's kind of like the biggest thing that kind of took me away from it. But yeah, the pre-show was pretty good. Now it's just let's just stop talking about the pre-show. Let's go on with the main show. Which was a steel cage match which they actually did start with this match, and it was a steel cage match with Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus. And this match was just fantastic again. The usual just best friends turned bit of rivals and everything was just take it to the top of this match. And again, this is actually one of the matches I expected to happen, but yeah, these guys won at it. And we had Jungle Boy getting busted open, literally, and not even for that long in the match open. And he was basically his face was a crimson mask. Christian did get kicked out after he did unlock the cage door and everything, which both Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy did get out of the cage and fought on the outside. There were chairs involved, and a table was pulled out, and these guys went back and forth. We had Canadian Destroyer from Jungle Boy onto Luchasaurus, or even and Jungle Boy getting chokeslam on a chair, which the chair was completely destroyed. And like I said, it just came down to the last part with a diving elbow off the top of the cage onto Luchasaurus through a table, and Jungle Boy does win the matchup as I predicted. And so, as far as between these two, I think it's pretty much done. But I don't think the rivalry between Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Christian is far from over. I'm pretty sure when he finally gets clear for competition, we're gonna get a rematch between these two. Like I said, we're gonna get that. But as far as this match goes, it's pretty good. And I kind of want to see Jungle Boy move on from this. But like I said, I think just one more run with his rivalry with Christian will do, and then we'll finally be. Maybe we'll see him as TNT champion, heck, even AEW champion. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for this match. Now let's go on. Just continue on with the red hot for this, and we continue on with the Trios Championship match with the Triangle with the returning Elite. Again, finally returning after being suspended again. I blame CM Punk, which we got the fuck CM Punk's chance, which I didn't even realize during this match, but yeah. We had that Triangle looking pretty good. Penta wearing his, wearing a variation of his Joker attire. Basically just had, like, the little, his tights and everything, but doesn't have, this little armor piece thing anymore. He was just completely, the top hat was literally exposed. Like I said, I didn't expect that to happen at all. Just very, very, very kind of different. I guess they just wanted to go with something different with this match. I don't know, Pac was wearing the same attire he's been wearing, and then Ray Phoenix was wearing like an orange kind of cool gear, like I said. But we had the Elite just making their fantastic entrance with Carry On Our Wayward Son on just playing as their entrance music and everything. But yeah, these two teams was just fantastic. This match was a banger. I just have to mention that again. All three of these members literally just met each other like multiple times and stuff. Like Kenny Omega facing Pac at the first All Out and a few other times, and then also facing Ray Phoenix at New Year's Smash a few years ago. I think still back during the pandemic era. But yeah, like I said, again, this match was just great. It was just back and forth so much times with these two. Canadian Destroyers, super kicks, party galore, or the Terminator, kind of like got away from Kenny Omega. Just everything going on with this match. But the big at the end of the match was literally when Pac gave Ray Phoenix the Rainbow Hammer and he used it on Kenny Omega. And then 1, 2, 3, the Death Triangle does retain, and yeah, I don't know. Again, Ray Phoenix just felt a little bit conflicted after using the Rainbow Hammer, and it was mostly just Penta and Pac that kind of were okay with using it because they were just they wanted everything. Of course, this is not the end because now on Wednesday, part of a best of 7 series, these two teams will go at it for the championships, and it will be like 7 matches recording with different like episodes of Dynamite, which I see a bunch of people complain, but I'm okay with it because these two teams are just phenomenal in the ring with each other. So I won't mind seeing it maybe used 7 times, but it's not like we're getting like 7 weeks of it, just at least some periods of time. Just not. I don't see it like every week as far as I see, but I'm probably gonna look at it again. But like I said, as far as this match goes, like I said, banger. And now let's just, like I said, I just feel like we should go on with this. It's gonna be a little while. Okay, here we have like kind of like my sleeper match. I kind of just can't say it was too big excited for this matchup in so many ways, but I do try to enjoy it. Once again, I did kind of enjoy it. So we got Jay Cargill versus Nyla Rose for the TBS Championship. Nyla Rose stealing the championship and everything. And like I said, this match was pretty good. Again, it was back and forth action as I expected. Actually, we had Nia Rose coming in a low wire with Vicky Guerrero, obviously signifying kind of like just a Guerrero style like entrance, and like I said, but then it kind of makes sense because Vicky Guerrero with Nia Rose and everything. It's Nia Rose's manager, so I expected that. And Jay Cargill getting like the kind of pop culture inspiring tires. We got like a Thundercats inspired gear near this time, but yeah. I don't know, like I said, this match kind of like went back and forth, and like I said, just going back and forth, getting into the crowd a little bit. And like I said, we even had Jay Cargill pulling out the Beast Bomb. We had Nia Rose pulling out Jaded. And like I said, it was like near falls here galore from time to time, literally just close calls, and it would go like back and forth. But overall, Jay Cargill does retain the championship, get the championship back, and continue her undefeated streak. I don't know who's going to be here for the championship. I literally don't know who's going to be here. And yeah, I just feel like that's it for this match, and I'm just going to go on to the next one. Which we do have the four-way match for the Ring of Honor World Champion. We have on the Jericho Priest side is Jericho and also Sammy Guevara going against the Blackpool Combat Club's Claudio Castagnoli and Brian Danielson. I know I just kind of, it's not my team, again, it's a four-way match, but I do mention that because it's technically still Blackpool Combat Club versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. And I really did love this match. Again, probably the four best superstars in AEW and wrestling in general. Oh, well, like I said, Sammy Guevara being like just epic, just fantastic in the ring, having his athleticism. Claudio Castagnoli with his superhuman strength, and then also like two other veterans with Brian Danielson and Jericho going with that. And yeah, this was just a back and forth match on all four sides. We had some team up between these two, and same thing goes for the Blackpool Combat Clubs. Claudio and Danielson. Like I said, we even had some fights in between these two, and some near falls multiple times. Again, Jericho was just wearing his normal black gear. We had like just kind of like a red and white type gear. For Danielson, we had like a gray and like red camo gear, and then for Sammy Guevara was like some kind of like camo gear, but I think it was based off of Dragon Ball Z because he had like some kind of like entrance gear that was, I think, Dragon Ball Z inspired. I don't know, and I even showed it to my brother, and he didn't even know, and he didn't recognize it. So again, you guys can comment down below what it was based off of, but it was probably obviously Dragon Ball Z, since this Titantron is based off of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, these guys were going back and forth. There was like near falls. I thought these two was gonna win. I thought Sammy Guevara was gonna win multiple times, and these two even went against each other a lot during the match. But ultimately, it ended up with during Claudio doing the swing, and we had a leaping Juice effect from Jericho, and then he did one more Juice effect, and Jericho does retain championship. We basically did the same with Sammy Guevara. Basically, they're very disappointed they didn't get the win. And this is not even the end. Jericho's going to take on Tomohiro Ishii for the Ring of Honor World Champion. And on this Wednesday at Dynamite, we have like a bunch of matches lined up. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this match. I really did. Let's go on. Next up, we have the return match for Saraya. Saraya's return match against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And yeah, this match was actually pretty good. I can't say I was too. There was some parts I missed because I was busy doing some stuff and everything. And I think I went to go brush my teeth during this match, but again, I just needed to brush my teeth. But again, I did pay attention to most of the matchup. But again, it was a back and forth matchup. I literally could have went either way. But again, I also knew who was going to win this match, and it was Saraya who picked up the win. and with the Rampage, or whatever she calls it now, I'm not really sure, but it is. Match was very good. Like I said, I wasn't gonna go too long with it because again I can't remember too much of it, and like I said, and now we're gonna see what Sora goes from here. Maybe she might win the women's world championship again. I still don't know what's gonna go on there, with the women's champion, because there is rumor that it's gonna be vacated, or it's just gonna be given to Jamie. Oh, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm gonna talk about that later. But again, I'll get into that later. But yeah, sorry for the win. This was a three-way championship match for the TNT Championship. We have Wardlow going against Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe, the one he turned against each other again on him. And it also the win of our TV champion, and like I said, television champion. And this match was also, again, a clash of the Titans, and just another just great match again. And this was just a back and forth, drag 'em out fight. With Clash of Titans, and these guys were going at each other very hard. Alright, again, a lot of times Powerhouse had control of the matchup, then Samoa Joe, then Wardlow. Powerhouse Hobbs basically just throwing him to the barricade, and I'm just starting throwing him up against the barricade, even destroying basically a chair. It was literally kind of like this, just crumbled up and everything. And yeah, these two are going back and forth. As far as the tires go, Samoa Joe was wearing kind of like a dark maroon type, black and maroon color, and black shorts. Just basically the same type of thing he was wearing from now and then. Wardlow was wearing his black and gunmetal gray. And I think the one that kind of went me as far as the tires go was Powerhouse Hobbs Buzz Lightyear air colored gear. It wasn't really Buzz Lightyear inspired tire. It was really just his colors, and that was it. And that one I'm hoping to get made into a figure, or I might even make that into a custom. Because I'm gonna think of making some customs. Well, yeah, the tail end of the matchup was Wardlow doing his Powerbomb Symphony, and everyone going along with it. They would act like a maestro. Mostly Graham, because he was there, but I did expect him to be there because it was in New Jersey. But he basically did a total of 5 powerbombs, Powerhouse Hobbs. But Samoa Joe comes in, smash is the TNT champion on the back of Wardlow's skull, and puts Powerhouse Hobbs in the coquina, but it just basically, and Powerhouse Hobbs already knocked down, so basically Samoa Joe does win and become a double champion across two companies. He's like I said, he does win the championship, and luckily since this championship is oversized, I can actually fit this around his waist. Like I said, but yeah, Samoa Joe for the win. I actually kind of expected this. I was either gonna expect Joe. I think I expected Joe or Wardlow, but Joe I kind of expected more because I expected him to be double champion anyway. So yeah, definitely gonna get a TNT championship for him also. But yeah, this match was great. Like I said, I feel like I should move on. Okay, I just figured I'd just use an image already. I only have one figure, and I'd rather not go through this whole section just and just using one figure and everything. And like I said, I did miss some points of this matchup, mostly kind of like the beginning, because I was getting my Flaming Hot Cheetos mac and cheese, that at least just getting some more, but you kind of get the point. But yeah, we have the no disqualification and no countouts match, tag team match, which was turned into that out during early in the show. Sting and Darby going against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and these two are going at Jay Lethal coming out in his like gear they had back in TNA. And pulling up the mind games, having like the Sting hoodlum army with him and everything. And then even Darby and Sting did some mind games, having a buy back in the middle of the stage, which I thought someone would be in it, but nope. It was just a decoy, and that was it. And then the smoke just coming, and then off, and then Darby coming out of it, the smoke, and attacking Jay Lethal. And then these guys were going out. All four of these guys were literally going at it. And Sting was behind Jeff Jarrett, and I was surprised. Again, it was the same thing like my brother said, that he surprised Jeff Jarrett didn't know Sting enough that he would expect them to like be behind him and just and stuff like that. But these guys were going all over the arena. Sting was going over the arena with Jay Lethal. Well, Darby doing a cover drop off the ladder, and Saturn and Sting actually catch him out of midair after 25 feet. Even catch Jay Lethal all from taking a fall off the stands and everything, but he didn't get taken out by Sting. He also got choke slam Sting and everything. And like I said, these matches just going back and forth and everything. We even had Jeff Jarrett hit Sting in the back of the spine with his guitar, and Sting was able to get back up and everything. And then we had the coffin drop of Scorpion Death combination on Saddam Singh. We even had Sting doing a reversing the lethal ejecting the Scorpion Death drop, and then Sting does pick up a victory with a coffin drop, and like I said, this match was pretty good. I don't know what goes from here for Sting, if he's going to still be with the company, or that's pretty much it for his in-ring action. But again, who knows? But let's just move on. Next, we do have the AEW Women's interim AEW Women's Championship match. I'm literally getting tired of that. I really need to get hopefully Thunder Rosa comes back, and we finally just unify these two champions. I really don't really get with the whole. I don't really get the whole interims thing, but I don't know. We got Toni Storm going against Jamie Hayter, and there are some parts of this match I didn't pay attention too much with this. I wasn't really too excited, but around the end, I did actually get more into this later on. Like I said, I did miss a little bit of the match, but mostly because I had to deal with some towels because my mom needed me to do a few of those. But like I said, this matchup was pretty good. And again, it was unexpected. It was just a back and forth match because again, this is like the usual bitter best friends turn bitter enemies thing again. But these two are going back and forth, and even Rebel getting involved using the hitting Toni Storm with the belt. Oh, she still kicked out. We had Britt Baker even getting involved with a curve stomp onto the title, and she still kicked out. And then after a Storm Zero, and even the hair breaker, I think that was called. But ultimately, the end of the match did lead up to the exposed turnbuckle thanks to Britt Baker. Toni Storm does hit her head onto the exposed turnbuckle, and we do get the hair, her like nail. I think it was the like ripcord clothesline from Hayter. And 1, 2, 3, Jamie Hayter wins the interim AEW Women's Championship. I didn't really expect that either. At all. I really didn't expect that. So yeah, we're gonna get like a unification match with Thunder Rosa. And that's eventually against Jamie Hayter if she does come back. Again, there's some like rumors that it might be vacated because she might not be coming back because she's still injured with her back injury and everything. And there's some rumors for that. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but who knows. We'll see what happens from here with Jamie Hayter winning and everything. And I didn't mind that. I didn't expect it to happen, but at the same time, there was some feeling that I thought it'd be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this match. Now let's get moving. Next up, we do have the AEW Tag Team Championship match with the Acclaimed defending their champions against Swerve and Glory, the third match in this trilogy. And the one thing I've completely forgot during this match, going into this matchup, that Anthony Bowens would be slightly injured from this match with Swerve Strickland, because basically his arm did get injured during that matchup with him. And I came on a complete target with that. And again, both Swerve and Lee was actually wearing just black attires. Swerve wearing it, and actually Lee actually wearing completely different gear. He didn't have like his usual things like the Infinity Lee and stuff, and his normal gear. He had like a different type of gear going on. But yeah, this match, as usual, with these two teams, these went back and forth. It went back and forth with these two teams and everything, like I said. Said Swerve was doing every which way to try to win the match, while Lee was trying to win fair. They were going after Bowen's arm and everything. And even Swerve actually brought in a guardrail and everything. With the big time like turning point during the match of Lee, the masked casters basically did an elbow drop onto Lee, onto the barricade, on the guardrail, and that kind of went literally bent it, and it was like the first time I ever seen it happen. We had Frankenstein from Anthony Bowens onto Lee, which I literally, these guys pulling out like everything stuff, which way and everything, and all the stops to keep their titles. And that's the scissor timbers on the Swerve at the beginning of the match and everything. But the big kind of end point and the turning point of this match was when Swerve was trying to get Lee to cheat with him and using the flyers to break Anthony Bowens' fingers. And Lee threw it out. Swerve slapped Lee in the face. And just basically walked down as I expected. Again, we knew the cracks in the armor was happening, and he walked down the ring. Acclaim getting the win, and Acclaim doing their finisher, which was kind of a magic killer swing into a powerbomb thing. I don't know the call it really. And I forgot the name of the finisher, but 1, 2, 3, the Acclaim retain. Swerve or Glory is no more, and Swerve is going to be going on. I also forgot to mention that Swerve was wearing a mask similar to that one character from Watch Dogs. Again, completely forgetting his name on the top of my head. You guys can comment down below with that too. But Acclaim gets the win. I'm fine with that. Again, they'll keep the championship longer, and again, maybe until FTR takes it off or someone else. Just one of those two. Maybe that team and someone else, like I said. But let's go on to the last match. We have the main event for the AEW World Championship with Moxley versus Jon Moxley versus MJF. And I will say I had a little trouble watching this match because the Bleacher Report I was acting a little weird. It was buffering constantly, and then when I was trying to go back and see all the the dates for all the matches for the 7 Best series, it was giving me a lot of trouble. Again, it was giving me a lot of trouble. I had to exit out of it. Then for some reason, when I went back in, it sent me back to the pre-show for some odd reason, and then when I went back in, it went me back to the part I was on. But then it crashed, and then it took a little bit for that to get back in there. I don't know. But as far as the parts I did see, and believe me, I did actually have a little bit of trouble because I was also cooking some chicken tenders. I was trying not to mince any of it. But this match was back and forth. Moxley was actually wearing red pants this time, and wearing his Mox and had the Mox and barbed wire and everything. MJF was wearing just a black and white attire, just similar to what he wore a few times already. But Moxley was a complete surprise. I didn't expect him to actually have red pants. Most times it's been black, or even just a gray wash type pants thing. It's just those bunch of those pants that he was just wearing, including these types once again. Believe me, I can go on forever about this, but like I said, it was just completely different. But this match was back and forth, and just a fit all out brawl again. There were like a lot of like near falls. We had like heat sink, Ego from MJF, John Moxley kickdowns. Now we had a tombstone on pile driver to the apron, and then we had Moxley, and this is the first time I actually saw in real life a apron pile driver through a table onto MJF, and MJF was almost counted out, and he was able to get back in. But these two were going at it. We even had a super paradigm shift. Which I didn't expect to actually see that here in real life. Even though I never saw it in like video games either. But you guys get the point. It's just so many like near full also in this matchup. Moxley going after MJF's knee after he messed it up during the tombstone pile driver, since his knee pad actually moved, like shifted, like that, as you can see right now. But yeah, believe me, it was just very close. But ultimately, MJF did actually bring out the Diamond Ring, which we thought that he was gonna actually use it, but he didn't use it, and he just threw it flipped the bar at William Regal, and it looked like he was gonna try to win the match of his fair. But the unthinkable happened, and William Regal slips MJF his brass knuckles, and he uses it, hits MJF Moxley with it, and 1, 2, 3, and our new AEW World Champion, the Devil himself, MJF. He has won the championship. He's new champion, and yeah, that literally caught me off guard. I knew MJF was gonna win. It was his time, and the MJF era has begun and everything. And like I said, it was his time. I just didn't expect this to how he won, and I didn't expect this to happen. I expect William Regal to literally just give him the victory and everything, and the one thing he needs for the victory. This also proves that MJF is still a heel and everything. And people were still cheering for him because he was cheering for him for some odd reason. It was just, again, a lot of things happened. And that was the unexpected thing. And this pay-per-view was just awesome. It was just mind-blowing. A lot of unexpected things happened, and this was the biggest thing. So what does it say with the Blackpool Comic Club? Does that mean it's just disbanded now? Since the one person that brought this whole group together basically betrayed the one and main guy for this, basically the leader of this group. Leader of the group. I just don't know. No form involved, nothing. Nothing else to mess up MJF's reign and everything. I don't know. Believe me, I am still getting over what just happened. And like I said, this whole pay-per-view was mind-blowing. And Dynamite just can't come sooner enough. I mean, seriously. I really just want to see Dynamite. I just want it to come sooner now. Because again, and I just want to see this whole aftermath and how this is going to go down. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Everything. All the matches, everything. But yeah, I feel like I've done enough for this review. I went on long enough. There's a bunch of parts that I went on long enough. And that is pretty much it for this review of Full Gear 2022. Remember to like, see, comment down below. What is your thoughts on this pay-per-view? Was this mind-blowing to you as it was? Was there things you did like about this pay-per-view? Was there things you didn't like? Anything down below, just be nice. Again, I'm like I said, again, you don't have to go too bad with the. If you hate it, I'm not gonna censor it, but again, just try to. I'm okay with everyone has entitled to their opinion. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't question my love for this company. Like I said, but like I said, and subscribe, tap the bell. More videos coming soon. more figure reviews, more AEW figure reviews, more WWE figure reviews, more Conrad stuff, more Super Sentai stuff. Well, actually, more Super Sentai coming soon, but I have one I will do a review of. But like I said, click the share button to share the social medias. I want to get the 500 to 800 stars for the end of the year. And this is 15, the Golden Wire. Wire kicking out of